Alright, so I'm missing my center bolt right here. I've been carrying one around all winter. Where did I put it now? It's around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. I've got it in the hole. Until I think I have to take the other two springs off. There it is. It won't go through. I tried a line-up punch, but the punch is in the way. I can't hammer in there. I can't swing a hammer in there. There's just not enough room. Maybe from the bottom. I haven't tried from the bottom yet, but I don't want to damage the threads. So I'm going to take these springs off, and then I'll be able to get that in easily. Okay, I took all 4 springs off, and alright, there we go. It's in, and that's right here. This has been on my list to do for about 6 weeks now. Since around the 15th or 18th of November. It started snowing on the 20th, and I knew this wasn't in there the first time I used it, but I thought, oh well, in a week or two I'll get it in. So, it didn't happen. We worked, I think the last 3 weeks we worked every day except for 2 days. Possibly 2 days. Okay, so I'll tighten that up, and that's the locking type of nut, so that won't come off. I don't know if the old bolt broke in there, maybe the nut vibrated off and it fell out. I doubt that happened. I think it broke. But what made it break is what I'm wondering. And I'll have to keep an eye on this one. It's not a grade 5, it's not a grade 8. It's a grade 5 bolt. It should be a grade 8. These are, what are these? Now these are grade 5s as well, so you can tell by the 3 lines here. 1, 2, 3. If it had 6 lines, it would be a grade 8, but it's got 3 lines, means it's a grade 5. And so I'm replacing it with exactly what was in there. That should be alright. I don't want it to be too tight. It's got a pivot on that point, so. Oops, that's too loose. That's a bit too tight, so we'll just go with the wrench here. I don't think that is a locking nut. I thought it was, but it's not. So I'll get another nut, and I'll double nut, lock them together, one beside the other. There, that's one problem fixed. Next, I'll weld that on there. Now that this thing's tilted forward, it's in the ideal position to weld that on there. Okay, I went and found a nut. Okay, I'll lock those together with a wrench, with 2 wrenches. Not the prettiest weld. Okay, I'm gonna make one more pass over that. I just don't like that weld. Anyway, it doesn't look pretty, but it's got to hold until spring, until winter's over. Alright, there's my ground. Does it look okay? I bought a new one to replace this piece of crap here. It doesn't even work anymore, and that's how busy I've been. Hasn't even been installed, and it won't be today either. Priorities. Keep everything running and then get everything fixed that you don't need. Okay, the one more thing I gotta do. I set this little wire up to plug into my trailer plug, which I have access to on this truck. So, right in there. And I had it set up for one storm, and something caught the wire and it stopped working. I think the fuse blew or something. So it only runs these lights up here. So every time I back up, I got these two lights on the back of the Salter. They turn on. So that was great. Spent you know, maybe half an hour or whatever getting that to work. And then one snowstorm later, didn't work anymore. So okay, so I got all my springs back on. The only way I could get that bolt in there was take all four of these springs off and then get it in. So it's way down in there. It's the hardest place to, probably the only bolt you have to do that. Way in there. No room to swing a hammer or to put a line-up punch in. These two side ones were okay. Okay, so right here, it's more light. It says trailer backup. TRL. There, that's better. So right there, number 10. Come on, focus. Number 10, trailer backup, 10 amp. So if I push the unlock button, the lights come on. Go down here, there's where 10 is. I got power on one side. Okay, we'll try that again. So unlock, the lights come on, the backup lights come on so you can see at night. Okay, we'll try that one more time. Push the unlock button. The rear lights come on and there's power there, and there's no power on this side. And number 10 is right there. So that's the right spot for it. There's one there. So that's easy to fix. We'll just pull that fuse out and put a new one in. We're getting there. Things are getting fit. There's a good shot. You can see it's burnt there. Anyway, that's pretty simple. Simple fix. We'll find one of these little mini fuses and put it in there. You know, these days you pretty well have to have a bit of everything. So I got a whole bunch of these. And relays. I got everything in stock. This is like a Japanese type of fuse. The Kubotas have these. Japanese cars have this type. There's the regular standard fuses they had for years, but they weren't good enough. And now they've gone to these little mini fuses, which I have a little bin full of. I don't have too many of these. There's the old antique glass fuses. And there are the old flasher type of, and more relays. So I gotta have everything at my fingertips. So we got what we need here. So I think what happened was when I pulled ahead, I was backing up and I probably touched a post of some kind, as no parking or fire area, whatever zone post, and somehow, I don't know how, but that wire got stuck on that post somehow and ripped it right out of the plug, and the positive wire must have touched the negative, the ground, and blew the fuse. So that's had to be what happened there. So another thing fixed. Let's see if they come on the back. Oh yeah, they're working. So there we go. Yes, I like that. So all those fuses are under the hood, underneath this plastic cover, which doesn't even fit very well. Moisture and everything gets in there. I can't seem to even get it to go on better than that. But it's a better design than the old trucks I used to drive. If you blew a fuse on your trailer wires, the truck lights went out too. But now you got separate fuses for your truck, and they're separated for the plug for the trailer. So if you blow a fuse on a trailer, maybe you don't have your trailer lights working, but at least the truck lights will work. Brake lights especially, really important. But a lot of the truck components are they're inside the door of the truck. So there's a little plastic cover right here. I looked in there first and I kind of thought they'd be under the hood, but there you've got fuses right there. And here's the list. So that's basically just the truck part. That's a better location on the side right there than underneath the dash. You have to lay on your back with your shoulder against the seat and try and look up in there. It's totally dark up in there. This is a much better location right here, right behind that cover. Okay, well, I got my winter tires to put on, but I think I'm gonna have lunch, and I think I'm just gonna go home and get some rest. I don't think I'm gonna put them on today, but next week, later on this week or next week, I'll get them on. I got all the rims and I got all the tires. Here's my tires. They're studded, little metal studs in there. I'm allowed to have studs where I am in this part of the country, snow country. And they're really narrow. These are 285, no, not 285, 235, 85 R16. I think, to me, for a plow truck, that's an ideal size. I find the 265s are too wide, and the 17s, they don't have this size. There's limited sizes in 17-inch. See, these, about 9 inches wide. I'm just kind of taking a rough measurement. 9-inch lines up with the edge there. These are 265, 70 R17. And these are 7 inches wide. You can pretty well tell they're maybe even a little less than 7. 6 3/4 maybe? No, I'd say they're exactly 7 inches. So that 2 inches makes a huge difference. And the overall height of this tire is almost the same as that 17-inch wheel. But with a narrower tread pattern, you're cutting through snow a lot better. They just handle much better. With the salter in the back, I don't really notice a difference as much. But when there's no salter in the back, the truck is much lighter, and you tend to be sliding all over the road. Certain wet snow conditions and ice especially. Here's the snow off the roof of the shop. It's just slid right down here. I had to poke a hole in where the window is, let the sun come in over the weekend. Last Thursday it was sunny, and I knocked it off there before I went home. So that's just a little indicator of how hard of a winter we're having. Snow everywhere. So, and it's snowing again. What else would we be doing at this time of year? Anyway, thanks for watching. Looks like I got my truck back in shape a little bit. I have more to do, but at least I needed this day to get some stuff done. Thanks for watching.